Caitlin Best, Time Footy. Mark, can you just say a few words about Lindsey winning the MVP award?
Yeah, really happy for her that people across the league, media, players, coaches have shown their appreciation for what she's done this season, because it's been nothing short of exceptional. I've said it a few times now, I think she's the only one capable of having the impact across so many different areas on and off the ball, offensive, defensive side this season, and she's probably the only one over the, what we can see right now is available over the next 10 years to be able to do this again or surpass. She's an incredible player, more importantly, incredible person that has a mentality that just wants to improve all the time, and she's taken some risks in her career so far and trying to be the best that she can. And I said it in 16, I said it in 17, I'll say it again now. She is at a very, very elite level, and I think she's just getting started. She really is, and she'll say that herself. This is just the beginning for what she wants to be and how she plays, and the fact that she's doing the work of 3 or 4 players. What the stats that 3 or 4 normally put up on good teams it's a great place to be when you've still got room to grow. Okay, we'll take our next question.
Steph Young, Stars and Stripes FC. You actually segued perfectly into what I wanted to ask you, which is also about Horan. Given the level of competency that she's shown so far, you say she's just at the beginning. Well, then to you, what does peak Lindsey Horan in her prime, like at the height of her powers, look like to you?
Well, you see I think from 17 to 18, in 17, at the end of 16, and you saw it in some of the big games there in 16, she would show up the biggest, and she continued that in 17. When she was needed the most in those intense moments, like the championship game, she delivered. And what she's brought this year is a level of consistency where she's performing at that level every single week, every single game. Her training habits have continued to grow, and she trains at such a high level and demands to be pushed. And the fact that she's hit a year like this, when we've had some ups and downs and we've had the challenges we've had, she's been able to individually perform. It is a great testament to her mentality. Her mentality in the semi-final against Seattle was out of this world. I grabbed her the next day at recovery and said, Lindsey, we're going to be talking about your passing and your tackling, your mentality yesterday, and the goal sums it up. In the week before, she's building on her 18 and then finishing in their 18 in the same move. And then here she gets knocked down a couple times before this phase. Then she gets knocked down in the phase, gets back up, and is in the right place at the right time with unbelievable timing and technique on the header. So she's been more consistent this year. Her mentality has really grown. How could she get better? Every area of her game, every area of her game. She's always unhappy that she misplaced a pass, she misplaced a ball that could have released someone, or a switch of play. We haven't had the training time this year that we've had other years. Every team's been in that same boat with the schedule and how it's worked, and we've played a lot of midweek and Friday night games. We haven't had our 4 or 5 day rhythm we used to, and training's been interrupted. And the fact that she performed at this level while there's still things to fine tune. So all the technical elements, tactical elements, but her mentality and building to consistencies has grown a lot over the last year. So hopefully we have as many people available all the time and have a competitive 22, 23 as long as we can next year. And Lindsey gets to thrive in that environment even more and get to train with everyone throughout the season. Okay, we'll take our next question.
One on the follow-up, if I may, Jonathan Tannenbaum from Philadelphia Inquirer. On Lindsey, in addition to all sort of the other angles you covered here talking about, did you figure that she was going to hit the heights this year that she has? And then I'll take the follow-up after that.
There was a moment, so this year, simple answer is yes, she's been doing this from 16, guys. We have a lot of individual talented players in Portland, and I hope that we're in a fortunate position to always, with the GM and owner that we have, continue to put together an incredible roster, a group of players for us as staff to work with. She was doing this in 16. When I saw her next to in the midfield, sitting low, and then Mandy and Henri came in later, and we pushed Lindsey into the 10 in 16. When we saw her low, the amount of distance and impact she was having on the game, we pushed her into the 10, and having her closer to goal is an exciting thing. And then in 17, we got forced into doing it in one game where we played her lower, and it reminded us of those flashes in 16. This year it was the full commitment. We wanted to play her in next to someone in holding midfield, give her the box-to-box role. Could she have the impact that she's had? Did I believe that 100%? I couldn't anticipate she would have the amount of goals and the big time goals. You know, early on the season, we were missing a lot of people. She scored away in Chicago. She got on a roll. Her and Sink got on a big roll in that first third of the season. Lindsey, as always, gives a lot of credit to a lot of people. The role that Sink's played in supporting Lindsey. A lot of people that early on this season, you know, Sink and Lindsey were two important people and leaders for us. And Sink, as always, unselfishly wants to always support other people and has given a lot to Lindsey. And any young player, especially a talented young player, having the access to someone like Christine Sinclair is just a dream come true for a coach.